Theatrical Shenanigans presents Red-Nosed Drunk by Craig McNamara.
Hit me again, barkeep.
It's Joe. Don't you think you've had enough for one night, pal? I can smell the nutmeg on your breath from here.
Hey, I can handle my eggnog.
I gotta say, you're not one of my typical regulars here. On the other hand, 4 legs, you got less chance of falling down if you've had a few too many.
You don't get many reindeer in here?
Had a few elks once, but they were the guys of that fraternal order. Not, of the antlered persuasion.
Zoologically speaking, the correct term is ungulate, Joe.
Oh, I didn't mean to offend. So, ungulate, reindeer, what should I call you?
Sorry, I'm being too touchy. Just call me Rudolph.
Rudolph? The Rudolph? Hey, I got a celebrity here.
You really didn't recognize me? The red nose didn't give you a clue?
Now that you mention it, could you turn that thing down a little? Our regulars are gonna think there's a police car outside.
Sorry, it kinda does its own thing. My version of a runny nose.
Well, hotshot reindeer. What brings you to my humble saloon tonight of all nights?
Just needed a break from it all, you know?
Huh. Sure, I get it. Nobody likes working Christmas Eve.
You don't know the half of it. You try landing a team of reindeer and a sleigh on the average rooftop. You know what kind of runway that is? Maybe 40 feet. That's 40 feet to touchdown. Gently, mind you, can't wake the kids. And then glide to a stop before you hit the opposite end of the roof.
Must be a lot of momentum on that sleigh.
Yeah. And we're not just talking the boss, who could stand to lose a few pounds. We're carrying toys for every damn kid on the nice list. Sure, as the night wears on, the load gets lighter. But it takes a lot of stops to get to that point.
I can imagine.
And if you think landing is hard, try taking off again, with almost 0 runway left. If we aren't airborne by the time the sled runners hit the edge of the roof, flat! Santa's flatter than a Christmas cookie. And then it's back down to the next house, and back up again, and down again. We're doing all the work. He just sits back there going, ho, ho, ho.
Well, maybe he's the problem. I mean, the guy basically says yes to every kid, right?
You know, just between us, the naughty list used to be a lot longer. I don't think the kids are any better, statistically speaking. It's the parents. They're too permissive nowadays.
Maybe you just need to deliver lighter toys. All the wooden trains and doll cradles and rocking chair. Who needs those anyway?
Don't even get me started on toy production. These elves are like 400 years old. You think they're open to change? Plus, they're unionized now. A couple years ago, the big guy thought, maybe try giving out gift cards. The elves almost went on strike. You have no idea how close we came to a year without Christmas. Not that I'd miss it.
Yeah, now we're getting somewhere, Rudy. What's really bothering you? It's the nose thing, isn't it? You're not just leading the team, you're a navigation beacon, too. A lot of responsibility there.
Well, it's true they can't really do without me anymore. So many planes in the sky these days. We'd have been clipped long ago if it wasn't for this, shall we say, unique nasal attribute of mine.
So it is the nose. I get it. In high school, I once had a zit right on the end of my sniffer. I knew all the girls were staring at it.
I'm over that. Sure, I was an object of derision for a while, but you know the story. And I know you know the song. But did you know I never saw a single penny from that? Not a single royalty. From what I heard, Frosty the Snowman made a mint.
Yeah, well, that would bother me too.
It's just the principle of the thing. What am I gonna spend money on? Antler varnish? Shiny new bells for the harness? I live a simple life, Joe. A little feed, a little straw for a bed. Sure, it'd be nice if when the kids put out milk and cookies for the big guy, they thought of me too. Maybe left an apple or leafy greens, but no, it's not about money. Actually, it is about money.
Finally. Enlighten me. No pun intended.
First, I want that refill.
You want me to spike it for you? Little, brandy in your nog?
Wouldn't that be nice? But come on, you know I'm driving tonight. Last thing I need is to be rebranded as Rudolph the Red-Nosed Drunk. I make one wrong turn, the whole operation goes off course. We're at the wrong house, kids getting the wrong toys, all that howling and yowling on Santa's lap, and little Dylan and Brittany didn't even get the gifts they wanted, that they expected, that they demanded.
So it's the kids, is it? Greedy little cherubs.
I know, it's not their fault.
One of Santa's reindeers hates Christmas. Now I've heard everything.
Nah, you've heard it all before, Joe. It's not the holiday. It's what it's become. Sometimes it just gets me down. All this rampant commercialism, the runaway materialism. I mean, where's it gonna end? You know, I was actually approached by some corporation about buying the naming rights for my nose.
Rudolph's Red Nose of Christmas, brought to you by...
Enough.
What does the Bible say? Don't hide your light under a bushel basket? Of course, I realize you're more of a secular holiday thing.
And how about this? To the holidays and the endless cash grab it's become, I say, bah humbug.
It's been said, but sure. I'll raise a glass.
What,
Just that, isn't your attitude a little hypocritical, Rudy? You know, given where you came from?
The North Pole?
No, Montgomery Ward's, the department store. You know, you're only here because of some copywriter's imagination.
Copywriters don't have imagination.
Rudy, come on. I'm giving it to you straight. Here, I'll show you on my phone.
Joe, if this is some kind of reindeer game you're playing...
Here's the guy. Look. Robert L. May came up with you in 1939 as a booklet to give away to customers at Christmas. Now, let me see here. Here. He was inspired by a thick fog that drifted from Lake Michigan in Chicago. He couldn't see anything from his office window and gave him the idea for a reindeer with, a landing light.
What? Nah. That can't be. I'm not just some kid story. I'm here. I'm real. From the top of my antlers to the bottom of my hooves. You can't trust advertisers. They'll tell you anything to make a buck. Me and Santa, we go way back. Way back. You believe that, right?
Rudolph, think about it. You weren't part of the original 8. Didn't you ever wonder why you weren't mentioned in The Night Before Christmas?
Did it ever occur to you that maybe I'm just publicity shy?
With a nose like that?
So what are you saying? That I'm part of the problem? I'm just one more manifestation of consumerism run amok? This is bitter cud, Joe. Bitter cud.
Hey, lighten up. You may have begun as a marketing gimmick, but you've transcended your commercial roots. Montgomery Ward's long gone, but you live on. And you're gonna keep living on because you're part of Christmas folklore now.
And sweaters. Part of ugly Christmas sweaters.
You're as much a part of the holidays as old Kris Kringle himself. You see that, don't you?
I am, aren't I? I'm not like Dasher or Dancer or Blitzen or Donner.
Is it Donner or Donder?
Nobody knows. But all of them, they're interchangeable. If it wasn't for that poem, Santa wouldn't even know what order to put them in. But everybody knows Rudolph, right?
Especially the air traffic controllers.
If it wasn't for me, where would Christmas be?
Stuck in a snowdrift somewhere.
Hand me my harness, Joe.
Now that's the Christmas spirit I want to see.
Yeah, the old man's probably getting the sleigh hitched up right now. Don't want to miss the pre-flight checks. Listen, Joe, thanks. You're definitely going on the nice list this year.
Bring me a set of new highball glasses. And watch the door. You might want to, turn your head sideways a bit there.
Got it. Merry Christmas, Joe. Rudolph's Red Nose of Christmas. Sponsored by General Electric. I gotta call my agent.
That was Red Nose Drunk by Craig McNamara, with Hannah Lee DeFreitas as Rudolph and Darren Ingram as bartender.